up, Guru Nation? Welcome in to another mock draft episode, y'all. This is going to be fun. 12-team PPR, single QB, 3-wide set, y'all. 3 wide receivers starting, 2 running backs, 1 tight end. So be a little different. 1 flex. A lot of times we'll do 2 wide receivers and 2 flex. I've gotten accustomed to doing the 2 flex, but we're going to go back to the 1 flex and try out the 3-wide set and see how that goes. So looks like everyone's got their green dot and ready to go. So with that being said, we'll play the intro thing, and then when we come back, we'll be diving into this mock draft, y'all. Stay tuned. It's about to be lit. Hello, what's up, Guru Nation? You heard it right there, y'all. Guru Nation, we live and lit. We ready to roll here. Mock draft Monday or Wednesday. I always say Monday. We're so used to doing the show on Monday. Unfortunately, couldn't keep doing it on Mondays anymore. Mondays have gotten so hectic for me, so we had to move it to Wednesdays. Now we do these mocks every Wednesday. For those of y'all new to the channel, at around the same time. This week's a little later, 9 p.m. Eastern, usually 8 p.m. Eastern. So anywhere between 8 and 9 Eastern time. For those on the West Coast, probably around 5 and 6 Pacific time. So yeah, these things are, we don't have too many left, y'all. The season is about a month away now. It's crazy to say, but 2023 NFL season will be here before we know it. So it's time to get prepared. This one filled up really quick. Shout out to everyone that joined. And any new subscribers, drop your Instagram handle so I can add you to the group chat so y'all can get in on these because they fill up quick. We have the Guru Nation mock draft group chat over on Instagram, and that thing, they go like hotcakes. Those spots filled up within less than 30 minutes, I believe. Not even exaggerating. I think someone had to leave, though. And so Andrew, Boston Sports Mania, got the last spot. Shout out to Andrew. He'll be joining us again later on to give us some draft day commentary. He'll be my co-host for the evening for the second week in a row. I was hoping to get Justin from Fantasy Follow as well. I don't think he's going to be able to make it tonight, but shout out to him. And also shout out to Sanchi and the Fantasy Fan Line crew. Sanchi in this mock. So we've got a lot of heavy hitters in here. Joined his show last night. That was a lot of fun. Shout out to him and the gang over there at Fantasy Fan Line and the Sinker. Shout out to Sinker. He's a real one as well. He didn't get to do this mock with us. I'm sure he'll be in some future ones. And yeah, shout out to Lou. He was tuned in last night. Good to be back. Yeah, glad to have you back, bro. And shout out to Albert, Guru Nation. Albert always in the building. And John the Bold up in here. Shout out to John. He's one of our top mockers. He usually always drafts a fire squad. Only one nation, Guru Nation. Fucking right, bro. It's about to be lit, man. So here we go. We're going to get this thing going here. Gonna get it started here in 3, 2, 1. Our boy Mega Moon, another one of our regulars, has the first overall pick, and he's ready to go. Got his green dot on, and goes Justin Jets Jefferson at the 101. Didn't waste any time with this 3-wide set format. It'll be interesting to see if wide receivers go earlier than usual. Oh, Chad Hanscom with Christian McCaffrey. Kind of bucking the trend. Well, not really. I mean, Christian McCaffrey is usually still a top 3 pick, even in this format. Sir Bong's in the building. What up, Sir Bongs? Appreciate you tuning in, bro. And there goes Kelsey at pick 4. Andrew going bold, going Travis Kelsey. And I say bold. I mean, I can't argue with it because you got the only other option to me would have been Tyreek Hill or Bijan. And you can make a, or Austin Eckler. Joseph goes Austin Eckler, also a solid selection there. But Kelsey, they're all close. Tyreek Hill, there goes at pick 6. He's our thumbnail feature image for today. Him, T. Higgins, and Chris Olave. trying to get some new faces in the mix. Usually, I always have Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. I was like, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna add some new faces on here. So Saquon going at pick 7. Shout out to Harbottled. And yeah, appreciate you letting me know about that, Ethan. Yeah, we'll definitely turn off the the sleeper crap. So yeah, appreciate you making me aware of that. Big Lou on the clock now here at pick, what is it, pick 8. And see where he goes. I know he's in the chat. Hopefully he's in the room here soon. He doesn't have his green dot. I would think he'd get in here soon though. And who's that? Jesse L94 is pick 9. It's a newcomer. Jesse's a newcomer. Or Jessel, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a newcomer there. So we'll see what they do. And yeah, hopefully Big Lou's here. I mean, he was here in the chat. I mean, hopefully he doesn't get autoed right off the rip. I don't think he'd be too happy about that. But I mean, 60-second clocks. That's plenty of time. And unfortunately, didn't make it. So it gets Cooper Kupp. I think he was one. There was someone on the show last night that was really high on Cooper Kupp. So hopefully that was Big Lou. He won't be that upset, and if that's the case. But I'm glad Cooper Kupp's off the board. He'd have been kind of tempting at pick 11, but I'm glad he's gone. I'm not a Cooper Kupp fan this year. And here we go. Back to me here at 11. Dang, Bijan really slipped. I'd have loved to have Bijan there at pick 10, but he's a goner. 4 RBs gone. And to me, those are definitely the top 4 running backs. CMC, Eckler, Bijan, and Saquon. So, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in a dilemma here. There's a lot of different options that would work, but I'm gonna go with Stephon Diggs. I'm gonna go with Diggs. I normally don't draft Stephon Diggs, but I mean he's money in the freaking bank, man. I mean you can't get much more safe than Stephon Diggs. He's kind of like Travis Kelce. I mean he's the clear number 1 in an elite offense. So to me, Stephon Diggs at pick 11 is it's a solid pick. It's not a sexy pick, but it's a solid pick. It's one that's gonna produce big numbers. And Nick Chubb goes there at 12. Can't argue with that. Kind of thought about Nick Chubb, John going Chubb, and Pollard. So he ain't worried about receivers, even though it's 3 starting. But anyway, yeah, but those weren't bad. I mean, Pollard, I feel like, is kind of a reach there at 2-1. But Chubb, I like that. Almost went Chubb. Was hoping to maybe get him on the way back, but it didn't work out, unfortunately. So let's see. I guess we'll go Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra is one of my guys this year. I'm going to go with him here at 2-2 and pair him up with Diggs. Scott says, nice pickup. Yeah, I feel like, it's one of my first times doing WR. I usually go RB early. I'm more old school with that. I usually don't buy into the receiver early trends all the time because I feel like they go too early. But this is a 3-wide set format, and also there just wasn't really any backs I liked at that point. Could have maybe gone Derrick Henry, but in full PPR, I felt like at the 2-2 wasn't a great value because he's the next up in my rankings after Chubb, the top 5, CMC, Eckler, Bijan, Saquon, Chubb. Then after him's Henry, then Najee, then Pollard for me. I moved Pollard all the way up to 8, as much as I hate to do it because I'm not that high on Tony Pollard this year. But it just goes to show how screwed the running back position is. Then I got Ramondre, JT, and Jacobs. And then after that, it's in an ETN, Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, those guys are interesting, but not anywhere near worth selecting in the beginning of the second round. So I had to go ahead and select Amon-Ra, the Sun God. And come on, Big Lou, let's go, bro. I want to auto again. Damn, man, you letting me down, Big Lou. I was all hyped up to be back, and now he's probably internet issues, I would think. Damn, give him a hole. That sucks, man. That sucks. Sucks when the internet lets you down. It really does. But yeah, come on, Big Lou. Then he gets on. Damn, dude, what you doing? Big Lou calling his pants down. Come on, man. Pick your pants up, Big Lou. Let's go. John the Bolt. I love Pollard. Yeah, I can't say I love him. I've gotten to where I'm okay with selecting him in the second round, but I'm not enough in love with him that's justified taking him in the early part of the second round. because I'm just not sure how he'll hold up as a workhorse. I've been over this before, but that's just my take on it. I'm not really trusting in Pollard because he's yet to show that he can be a workhorse. And maybe he'll prove me wrong, but I'm just concerned that he's not going to get quite the volume we're expecting. He'll get volume, but if he does get the Zeke volume that Zeke used to get before Pollard got to Dallas, then I think he'll be more injury prone. So it's kind of like, I feel like it kind of cancels itself out. If he sees more volume, he probably won't be as efficient, and he'll also be more injury prone. If he doesn't see the volume, well, I mean, he's probably not worth a second round pick. So if you're banking on both those things, you're banking on him getting the volume and holding up. And I'm a little skeptical, but we'll see what happens. And after I took Amon-Ra, AJ Brown went, followed by Devontae Adams, and then Pat Mahomes was the auto. Derrick Henry, Harbottle going back to back running backs. What is this? Double E PST went. Let's call him Double E for short. Tyreek Hill and Garrett Wilson, like both of those picks. Joseph, shout out to Joseph. He's a regular of ours. He goes back to back RB. Eckler and JT. I thought JT might fall a little further, but still going in the mid second there. Kelsey to Andrew and Ramondre. And those are both Andrew's guys. A very Andrew-esque start there. Those are two of his favorite targets. Sanchi doing his typical thing with the receivers. He had the same deal last week, I'm pretty sure. Damn, Sanchi, come on, man. Change it up a little bit. I mean, those are studs. But damn, that's literally the same three wide set he had last week, I'm pretty sure. The 2021 draft class, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, and Devontae Smith. That is crazy. That is crazy that they would have pulled that off 2 weeks in a row, which maybe he's got third overall pick in one of his big money leagues because damn, that's I like picking all over. I don't like being in the same spot too often. But if he's got a big money league in that spot, I guess I understand. Chad Hance, C-Mac, Olave, DK. Not big on DK. Really like C-Mac and Olave, though. And then Mega Moon, Jets Jefferson, Josh Allen, and ETN. Okay, I like the ETN love. I like that ETN's good. I respect that. I mean, I'd have definitely taken him if he'd have fallen to the third, but we're drafting with sharp competitors here, so I don't deserve to get ETN in the third. Then Jacobs went. T. Higgins, solid pick. Jacobs. Joseph going with a three-headed monster there. Then Jahmyr Gibbs, Joe Mixon, Harbottle also going with a three-headed monster. Big Lou going 0 RB, going Mark Andrews. Jesse, let's see what he goes with. Damn, I'm trying to think what running backs are even left that would even be worth a crap. Oh, here's a name I like. There is one name I'm definitely... Don't draft him, B-Man. I bet B-Man's going to freaking snipe me right here. He sniped me with Bijan. I'd have taken Bijan. Watch B-Man snipe me right here. Just do it, B-Man. Just do it. Just do it. Yep. Damn it, man. Najee. That's who I freaking wanted, bro. Ugh. Damn it. Boy, that's one of the most pissed off snipes man, I'm pissed right now, y'all. That's a huge freaking tear break right there. Damn it. Oh, man, now I got to recover. Oh, my God. B-Man got me pissed, man. Good job, though. Good job. Hat tip to B-Man there. Oh, man, that hurt my soul, man. I was hoping to get Najee at a bargain, but unfortunately, not going to happen. So we're going to instead pivot to Kenneth Walker, who... when I saw Kenneth Walker was there, it made me breathe a little easier because I feel like Kenneth Walker is in line for a huge year. I'm not really buying the Zach Charbonnet stuff, and now Zach Charbonnet's already banged up, so it's even more reason I like Kenneth Walker because Pete Carroll at heart is a run-first guy. Like that's going to still be a pretty run-heavy system. I know they drafted JSN, but I'm still confident that Ken Walker can get his. All right, let's see here. What's the next move? Damn. Freaking Najee thing threw me off. It would have been nice to have had both of them. I'll take Lamar. I'll take Lamar right here. I'm going to get ahead of the curve with the quarterbacks thing. Lamar, I really like Lamar this year, and I'm going to get him because I know I'm not going to get him on the way back. I had to get him right there because he's gonna run for a ton of yards. He's gonna throw more this year. I've been preaching for Lamar a lot in the offseason. I don't ever get him in mocks, but I feel like that I got him in a good spot there. Got him at a good price point. So I didn't really like any of the other running backs there. So I like this start. I like the way this thing's going for me so far. Diggs, Amon-Ra, Walker, Lamar, even though it's pissed off that they took Najee, but sometimes you got to get out of your comfort zone, draft some different players. So, and yeah, Brees, I mean, I thought about Brees, but I was just like, man, coming off the ACL, not really someone I'm targeting. So, I feel like there was a decent value here in the fourth, but not someone I wanted. Man, that Najee thing, though, oh man. Whew, man, I had to deep breaths, because man, that oh my gosh, that was. Oh, I'm still catching my breath. All right, we're back now. All right, so Terry McLaurin goes there to Big Lou. Big Lou, man, he is really taking the zero RB thing to a new level. And Harbottle is just going insane with the 4 running backs. What is happening right now? What is some of these strategies are getting a little too out there? I respect y'all for being bold, but damn, I mean, at a certain point, bold becomes crazy. And I'm gonna be real Harbottle. That is crazy to take 4 running backs. They're all pretty solid though, all pretty good value. So can't complain too much. But damn, that's just feels like a little bit of an overkill there. And Joseph there takes Debo. That's a good value. A lot of people are down on Debo, but we got to remember, and just a couple years ago, Debo was a top 5 wide receiver, and that's still an elite offense, no matter who the quarterback is, whether it's Purdy or Lance. I think that Debo's gonna eat. And to me, in the 4th round, that's a solid price point for Debo. I almost took him instead of Lamar, but I was like, yeah, I wanted a squad with Lamar, so decided to do that instead. Try something a little different. Aaron Jones, that's a solid pick. Kind of thought about Aaron Jones. I feel like he's a pretty good value here in the 4th round, especially late in the 4th. I know AJ Dillon's always a lurky and always a possibility that he could take the job, but he's yet to show it. I mean, Aaron Jones is still the lead guy over there, and that's going to be a run-heavy offense. They're going to, like, I don't think they're going to unleash Jordan Love. I think they're going to be pretty conservative. So Aaron Jones, a good pick. DJ Moore, maybe a little bit of a reach for him. I like DJ Moore okay, but at this point, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. 4th round, Bears, like it's not a great passing game there. Christian Watson and Jerry Jeudy, Mega Moon with solid back-to-back picks there. Miles Sanders in the 5th round. That's a good value. And then Salchi with Joe Burrow, another QB. I was about to say, I'm going to go QB early, and this is going to be the draft where QBs fall. But yeah, of course, that's how y'all going to do me. All the last week's mock QBs, even though a single QB, the QBs were flying. Now this week, they're kind of like slipping a little bit. But I had to get Lamar, though. There's no way Lamar would have made it to me. So I had to do it. I feel like Lamar's is going to have a top 5 season, maybe even top 3. I actually have him ranked 3rd right now. I got him over Hurts, so I feel like I got him at a decent value. Not amazing value, but decent value. Chris Godwin goes there to Joseph. Not big on Godwin, just really down on the Bucks in general. And the same with J.K. Dobbins. Not that he's on a bad offense. Ravens offense is nice, but he's just, I don't know, man. He's just never available. I'm not willing to take a chance on that. Andrew, when he comes on, he'll be coming on soon. I'll have to ask him about J.K. Dobbins. I have no faith in him, but maybe Andrew will be able to sway me. Brandon Ayuk goes pretty good value. Let me get some players queued up here so I'm not unprepared. Got a player I kind of like there. Okay, let's see what else is available. Okay, that's not bad. Got some decent options left. Okay. Let's see. Wide receivers. God damn, they freaking Fuck, man, they just got picked clean. It's like when you go to get food at the freaking Thanksgiving and all the freaking turkey's gone. All the freaking meat got picked off. Like, damn, man. That's how I feel right now, man. It's just like, I know it's three wide receivers starting, but damn, a lot of the big dogs got scooped up, and rightfully so. And rightfully so. They're playing these. I mean, it's just shout out to the Guru Nation playing it smart. They know what they're doing. Not gonna get a stacked team because I mean, no one's probably gonna have a stacked team because I mean, everyone in this draft knows what they're doing. Again, hat tip. Very good, very good. Okay. All right, let me see my rankings. I got my rankings pulled up. I'm seeing what's available and what's gone. Looking at freaking my top. How many receivers have gone? 24. Okay, my 25th ranked receiver is still there. I guess I'll have to draft him right here. Yeah, I'll go with him here. Mike Williams, because I knew John the Bolt. He's a Chargers fan. I knew I wasn't gonna get big Mike Williams. Like if I didn't take him there, John was for sure gonna snipe me. So I had to get Mike right there. I feel like it's pretty good value there at the end of the fifth because I'm not quite as high on Quentin Johnston as some. I still think Mike Williams is the clear number 2 over there. And Keenan, where'd Keenan go? Keenan went, right? Okay, yeah, John took him. Yeah, I was like, yeah, Keenan went, right? Yeah, and it takes Herbert. I figured he'd take Herbert there, and then Kittle. Solid picks. All right, well, I guess I gotta look for RB2 right here. Who am I gonna take as my RB2? Oh, this is tough. Got Ken Walker, Cam Akers, Monty. I mean, there's some interesting names. Oh, crap. Do I take a chance on AK? Only 3-game suspension. I don't know. It's tough for me to trust him, but I thought he was gonna get more than 3, so I might take. I'll do it. I'll roll the dice. Alvin Kamara. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll roll the dice. Why not? Why not? Alvin Kamara, baby. We're rolling the dice. We're rolling the dice. Alvin Kamara. Let's see how it goes. 3-game suspension, but I mean that's not that many. That's really not. That is not that many games. As long as you go like 1 or 2 or hopefully 2 and 1, as long as you avoid an 0-3 start, you get Kamara back, you're good. 3 games is not that many in the grand scheme of things. Thought about Madison, good pick, B-man. Madison was on my radar. It's just again kind of like Pollard. It's like he's a guy that's even more so than Pollard as far as just has never carried a load. At least last year, Pollard, like with Zeke on his last leg, Pollard like had a pretty big workload last year, where Madison is yet to ever have a big workload. So going from this very sparingly used to this big workload, I'm kind of skeptical about him. Rashad White, solid pick, as well as Cam Akers. You know, they're just Rashad White's just on such a bad offense. Cam Akers, like I've kind of come around on the Rams. I think the Rams could be a little better than I was thinking. Like looking at their roster, they're definitely better than like the Cardinals or the Bucks. They're probably about a 7-win team. So I think Cam Akers that's a good value. I think that kind of concerns me with him. He had the Achilles and just kind of what's the word? Just like he's just not been very reliable throughout his career. It's kind of like J.K. Dobbins. He's kind of reminds me of J.K. Dobbins. He's pretty solid when he's out there, but he's just not out there enough. He's just not reliable. So that's why I'm just not really messing with him. And Kamara, I mean, Kamara is usually pretty reliable. So I'll take the shot with him there, even though he's suspended 3 games. David Montgomery was tempting too. It's just with Jahmyr Gibbs, it kind of caps Monty's upside. But I like Monty, though. That's a really good offense there in Detroit. I mean, we saw what Jamal Williams did last year. And if anything, Monty's an upgrade over him. So yeah, probably won't score 17 touchdowns, but I think he could score like 9 or 10 and then probably be a more efficient runner. Dalvin Cook, that's an interesting pick. I was wondering to see how far he'd fall. He finally stopped falling here at the end of the 6th, and his brother James Cook goes there at the 6-12. So solid stuff here, y'all. Solid stuff. See how the 7th round's looking here. Yeah, I might have to put on the 30-second clock because my crazy schedule, I wasn't able to grab dinner before this, so my stomach's a rumbling, so I might have to put on the 30-second clock for the last few rounds. Evan Ingram, that's kind of odd for Evan Ingram. I feel like Trevor Lawrence, it's solid. It's solid. Fields went at a good price there, the 6th round. That's a value for Fields. Good job there by Joseph waiting and getting Fields at a good price point. Same thing with T-Law, 7th. Very good value there for Chad. Tyler Lockett, Salty adding in that depth. I like what Salty's doing here. He got the strong 3-wide set, then got a solid duo there with Jones and Monty. Then gets Burrow, strong QB1. I mean, he's killing it, man. Salty value. He's host a podcast for a reason. That dude knows what he's doing. Good job, bro. Andrew going back to the well with George Pickens. I know that's one of his go-to targets. And speaking of go-to targets, there might be a few other receivers I'm eyeing here on this turn back. There's 2 on my queue that I'm definitely hoping make it to me. I got to queue up some running backs here as well. Get prepared, see what backs are available. Yeah, Mega. I mean, I like Mega's starters. I mean, Ingram, I'm not big on that pick. Everything else for Mega Moon to look good. Damn it, Deontay. That's a good pick by Big Lou. He was one of the ones on my queue. Dang it. Big freaking Lou. Big sniper. Shoot. All right, yeah, just getting some names queued up here. Damn, man, this list is kind of. Oh, they already drafted Jamal Williams, I guess. Or did they? No, that's Javante. Damn, I just freaking name dropped someone on my queue. I'm an idiot. Oh, well. Damn it, JSN. B-Man gets me again. Damn it, B-Man. You're killing me, man. I don't want to draft next to you anymore. You are a freaking sniper, bro. You are a certified sniper. So with that being said, I'll shore up my tight end spot. I'll go with Goddard right here. I shouldn't have done that. Freaking John the Bolt doesn't need a tight end. Fuck. Oh, well. Damn it. Hope he doesn't snipe me because I had some running backs. Yeah, Pacheco wasn't really the one I was looking at because with Kamara suspended, if Pacheco misses time early, definitely don't want 2 running backs that are going to be out early. So you can. Oh, come on, bro. Come on. What the hell? What the freaking hell? That's who I had queued up. Oh my gosh, bro. This is brutal. All right, well, I guess give me Jamal. And then if, when Kamara's early on, I'll start Jamal. And then when Kamara comes back. But damn, I wanted Gibby right there. I had freaking Gibby on the queue ready to freaking go, bro. This is pain. This is agony. Y'all are killing me. Man. I gotta do the 30s. Like, I can't do this, man. Y'all are killing me. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's that just shows how freaking savage these mocks are. Because let's hold on. Is that B-Man's pick? I didn't mean to mess you up, B-Man. I think that was his pick, Jordan Addison. Okay, cool. Jahan Dotson. Yeah, I had both of them on my queue. They were both intriguing. I wanted a 3rd running back. So I guess it worked out. Because at least with Jamal, that's pretty safe, like early on. I know they got Kendre Miller, but Jamal early on should be the main guy, and then when Kamara's ready, have him. So got a lot hanging on that Saints backfield, but I mean, I wanted freaking Antonio Gibson, which I should have just taken him instead of Goddard because John the Bolt already had a tight end. I got Trigger happy. So definitely gonna have to knock down my letter grade for that. That was just Damn, man. Not drafting with amateurs around here. That's for damn sure. There goes Quentin Johnson. So those Chargers receivers going. All right, Kay Adams did the interview with Keenan Allen and Big Mike Williams, asking them, are they the best receiver duo or best receiving core? And, of course, they weren't going to, say that. They didn't want to sound cocky, but, they sounded confident, though. Mike Williams, especially. Like, Keenan Allen was more just kind of chilling, the veteran. But Mike Williams, you can tell Mike Williams has a chip on his shoulder. Like, I'm really glad I got him in this thing in the 5th round. I feel like that's a nice value. You got him, Diggs, and Amon-Ra. I'm really stoked about that as a 3-wide set. And I actually got a quarterback and a tight end early. I normally played a waiting game with at least one or both of those positions, but I decided to kind of switch it up today. Tired of always having to wait. Andrew, I think, is feeling the same. Goes Watson. We waited a little bit on quarterback, but not too far. Then he took Kelsey early. Brian Robinson, B-Rob goes here, and pretty much my whole queue is stripped, and we haven't even gotten to the other turn. That's typical. Kadarius Toney. Yeah, now I say Kadarius Toney might actually be ready for week 1. So I think his ADP will start to creep up again. His ADP had plummeted, and I was like, I still don't want him. But now that he's supposed to be back week 1, might have a little more hope there moving forward. All right, I got to queue up some more names. I get prepared here for when it comes back around. Don't want to be calling my pants down like I already have been, this damn mock. Oh, yeah. All right. Damn, they freaking picked the receivers clean already. I can respect it. All right, so I got 11 players queued up. So I'm guaranteed to get at least one of the players on my queue. Watch it. I've had about half of them get scooped here. There's one. Gabe Davis. He went. There we go. Cortland Sutton. There we go. Let's see if they can take my whole queue. Let's go. Take the whole queue. Do it. Woo. Oh, man. I'm getting fired up here, y'all. This is I'm really getting I'm getting just, man, I feel played, man. I give all my secrets out publicly. And it just goes to show, again, hat tip that y'all are listening. Because all these picks are freaking fire. Elijah Moore was on my queue. Gone. Jerick McKinnon was on my queue. Gone. That's insane. The last 4 picks were all on my freaking queue. Wow is all I can say. Unless I got hacked. Yeah, just looking at my queue. Oh, my goodness. That is wild. Let's see. Harbottle's thinking, who does Spencer have on his queue now? Let's see if they can keep the train going. This will be 5 in a row. Yeah, Juju is on it. Khalil Herbert was on it. 6 in a row. Devontae 7. 7 in a row. My queue is getting destroyed. Let's see if B-Man can do it. This is unbelievable. This is truly unbelievable. Pat Frymuth. All right, it ended there. He wasn't on my queue because I needed a tight end. That was unbelievable. 7 straight players that were on my queue went. That is freaking nuts. All right, well, Kendre Miller's on it, so y'all can go snipe him because I'm not going to take him here. I'm going to go ahead and take Samaje Perine, another running back that could have value early on as well as down the stretch. So Odell goes on my queue. Here we go again. And Lou getting a good laugh there. And yeah, I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up. And we got our co-host here. Let's bring him on, man. Andrew from Boston Sports Mania. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good, man. Trying not to have a heart attack, man. Everyone's sniping. I literally had 7 players in a row that were on my queue get drafted.
That's crazy.
It was just one after another. Gabe Davis, Cortland Sutton, Elijah Moore, Jerick McKinnon, Juju, Khalil Herbert, Devon Achane. It finally ended with Freiermuth. I didn't have Freiermuth because I already had Goddard, but I was like, this is nuts. And then I take Perine right after him, Odell, and then so I got Sky Moore was the last remaining soul on my queue, so I got him.
Well, looks like we went with a wide receiver heavy strategy here.
Right, yeah, 3-wide set. I made sure to let everyone know we're starting 3 receivers, and yeah, they've taken note because those receivers are flying off the board.
Yeah, I know. It's been crazy. Different from a lot of drafts that I'm in. I decided to go a little more receiver heavy myself. Took 2 receivers in the first 4 rounds. Not something I would normally do. I'd normally come out of there with 2 running backs. But the 5th and 6th round were great for some running back values in this draft board.
Yeah, so yeah, J.K. Dobbins is someone I'm kind of down on because of the recent development. So you're not that concerned about that. You think he'll be ready to go week 1 and be
Yeah,
productive?
I feel like he's 2 off the 2 years off the ACL. He's gonna figure his stuff out. If it was 1 year, I'd be a lot more concerned. Last year, I was avoiding him like the plague, but this
Yeah.
year, a little bit different for me.
Yeah, and if he keeps slipping, like 5th round, not bad. 6th round, like if he'd have fallen or like where I got Kamara, I could have probably pulled the trigger. But it's just I'm concerned about his just general lack of availability. I know a lot of that's had to do with the ACL.
As an RB4 here,
Yeah, who you got right here?
a
Oh,
settle.
Singletary. Okay.
Not really many options.
Yeah, the bone is picked pretty thin. I was saying earlier, it reminds me of Thanksgiving dinner. You wait to get the turkey, and then you look, there's no meat left. They already got picked clean. That's how I feel with these drafts, man. All the
Well,
good players get scooped up.
to be fair, I'm feeling pretty comfortable with Stevenson, Dobbins, and Connor. I think getting James Conner was like the icing on the cake with the first 2 running backs I had.
Yeah, Connor, you got him's not bad. I just hate the offense, man, because I mean, like it's a new
Yeah,
offense, but I don't know what to think of it. Who's gonna even start week 1? It's just,
but the running back, it could be a little bit different.
mhm.
I was tempted to take Hollywood Brown after that, but I was like, that's too much Cardinals. I need to shift
Right.
our offense, and I went
Yeah, that offense sucks.
Steelers pick with George Pickens.
Yeah, good old George Pickens. Yeah, you had said last week that you liked him over Deontay, and you stuck by
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in that. I just feel like everyone's saying Deontay targets, but you're not going to get the targets if you're not good in the real NFL, and I don't really think he was last year.
Yeah, they had this like advanced metric thing that said he was one of the better receivers last year, but
But it,
those things aren't always the most reliable.
he didn't get the job done for Pittsburgh last year.
hmm Yeah, I mean Kenny Pickett, I think is going to take a step forward this year, so I think just with that alone, Deontay is going to do better because he's kind of all they have. But I definitely don't trust Allen Robinson.
Yeah. Oh wow, Jalen Hyatt off the board in the 11th round. He's starting.
Yeah, your boy. You always get high, but not
He,
this time.
I still like Jacoby Myers just a little bit more.
Yeah, Myers definitely safer. Like he's, he's gonna get like a not a sexy pick, but he's gonna get a decent amount of targets.
Yeah, I mean, he's a solid flex play if I need one. If Connor
Yeah,
were to go down, easy slot him in, or Cortland Sutton.
yeah, for sure.
I'm hearing reports out of Broncos camp that Cortland Sutton is once again Russell Wilson's favorite target. So there's so much Judy hype, and now Sutton's falling down draft boards when Sutton might still be the number 1 there.
Good point. And Tim Patrick's done so. He tore the Achilles this time, so it's
That's
like,
unfortunate for him.
yeah, so he's out for the year yet again. To where Sutton, even if Judy does good, like even if Judy's the one, like Sutton could still have value as the 2.
Yeah. Speaking of number 1 receivers, I mean, we heard the hype about Rashee Rice a couple weeks ago, but now today I'm hearing that leading the first team in targets is Sky Moore again. So I'm thinking
Yeah, I got Sky in this one.
is going to be a pretty good one.
Yeah, I had to get Sky. He was like the last player left on my queue because even though he's kind of buried on the rankings, I always queue him up to where I'm around the God dang it, John sniped me again. I had Romeo Dobbs because I know they've been hearing the good stuff about him in camp. I was gonna get him on the way back. I got Foreman and golly, man, this is
I
brutal.
love John's team today. He really knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah.
definitely does. Definitely does. Yeah, he's doing well, and he's he's not making my life easy. Drafting between him and B Man is just brutal. So I
Yeah,
guess I'll go. I'll go with Van Jefferson. I'll give him a shot, being that Cooper Cup might be a little banged up to start the year. So Rams don't really have much else.
yeah. Being next to Sanchi has been a tough experience, also, but I feel like it's been a little bit easier than yours simply because I've kind of like his whole strategy is contrasting mine. I'm taking running backs when he's taking receivers, vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
The contrast there.
Right. Yeah, I feel like with John, literally, like the past 3 turns, I had Gibson on my queue, he took him. I had Odell on my queue, he took him. I had Dobbs on my queue, he took him.
Yeah, that's just snipe after snipe after snipe. I forget who I was next to last week. Someone was sniping me like crazy last week.
Yeah, and then B-Man, the ultimate snipe in the 3rd round, because I like Najee. I was thinking I'll be able to get Najee at a steal as my RB1, but I got sniped. And then I got Ken Walker. I mean, I like Ken Walker, but I prefer Najee because he's got more receiving upside.
I don't know about him as an RB1. I love him as an RB2, but just there hasn't really been the time for me to pick him yet this year because I just prefer Jahmyr Gibbs or ETN in that range. There's other options that I've kind of gone for.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got a comment here. Jessel saying, do not draft Romeo Dobbs. Draft Jaden Reed instead. Dobbs is not that guy. Interesting take. I like. Go ahead, Andrew.
Receiver you can really trust is Christian Watson.
Yeah, because at least with Christian Watson, you know the efficiency's there. Even if he doesn't get the volume, like he's so efficient on a per touch basis to where I feel like even if the offense is kind of dead, like he'll get his. Or Dobbs and Reed might just kind of cancel each other out because it's not going to be a pretty passing game over there. Jordan Love he's a work in progress.
Yeah, definitely. I think Watson being the number one has upside of his own. I like him in that Michael Pittman type range, but you don't know what you're getting with Jordan Love. I'm not very high on the Packers as a whole this year.
No, yeah, I think their win total set at like around 7.5. I'll take the under on that.
I've been kind of sporadically dropping my NFL predictions, but I'll say that one right off the gate. I'm very low on the Packers this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I made my record prediction. I didn't make them public, but like I wrote them all down. Like as far as like, I had the Packers going. Yeah, 6-11. Had them finishing last. Had the Bears 8-9, Vikings 9-8, Lions 10-7.
Yeah, I'll be releasing mine over the next week or so. I already did AFC East, AFC North, and I'm working on the AFC South next. I have all the predictions. I'm just making the graphics, whatever.
Yeah. Who you got taking the East?
I'm going with the Bills still, but it's gonna be close with the Jets. I think I had them both 11-6.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm buying the Dolphins hype. I had the Dolphins taking it.
Going with a different Giants receiver here, kind of switching it up because I feel like early in the season, Campbell's going to be the guy with upside, and then Hyatt will kind of take over down the stretch.
Yeah, I could see that.
I am hearing good things about Paris Campbell. I have been hearing good things about Campbell even longer than I've heard about Hyatt. Hyatt's just kind of the talent pick.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like Isaiah Hodgins still there, but he's just kind of like, I mean, he was good last year, good feel good story, but it's like talent wise, Campbell's a more talented option.
I feel like Hodgins is kind of the locked in number 2 wide receiver for the Giants. Just like,
yeah, steady. Like, he'll be steady, nothing fancy, but he'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll be like 4 receptions, 40 yards a week, pretty consistently. I feel like.
Right. Yeah, Darnell Mooney is another one that could be kind of decent. A fantasy fan. I don't sleep on Hodgins. Yeah. Sanchi's a Giants fan.
Fair enough. I mean, what I will say about Hodgins is I was a fan of him when he was drafted by the Bills. I was thinking actually he was going to end up surpassing Gabe Davis at some point. But then the Bills gave him a chance. It ended up being with the Giants. And
yeah, but Bills gave up on him.
From what I mean, fantasy, obviously, I'd prefer Gabe Davis. But from a real life perspective, it's possible Hodgins is the better receiver and has been all along.
Yeah, I mean, he looked good last year. He was definitely a starting caliber guy, and yeah, we'll see what he can do. And it'll be his, I think, 3rd season in the league. So he didn't get to do a whole lot as a rookie because he's stuck behind Gabe Davis. So I guess, what am I going to do right here? I got Lamar. Who am I going to back him up with? I guess I'll go with your boy, Danny Dimes. I'll go with him there as a backup. 2 mobile guys.
I like that. I might end up taking a QB2 at some point. I mean, Watson's good, but not quite in that elite tier of quarterbacks where I feel completely secure with him.
Right, right. Yeah, he could get there, but yeah, not a sure thing. Being that he was freaking terrible last year, but should know the system better and be better this year.
I
So
do definitely feel that way. I don't see him necessarily reaching what he was with the Texans, but I also don't see last year repeating itself. And I feel like the rushing upside plus like maybe like average to above average passing profile should get him fantasy relevance.
for sure. Yeah, speaking of Bills, and we're talking about the Bills and then Dayball, and I take Daniel Jones and then Khalil Shakir. Khalil Shakir, hearing good things about him as far as being like the number 3 over there.
Yeah. I feel like Gabe Davis is another one. Like we were talking about Deontay Johnson. Gabe Davis is another one. Got all the targets last year, but didn't really do much with them. So I feel like there's going to be someone else to rise up there, whether it be Kincaid, whether it be Khalil Shakir. I don't feel like Gabe Davis's role is necessarily secure, but I don't really know who's going to take it over either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Gabe Davis is more like the field stretcher. I think his role's fairly secure. It's just not a very consistent role. Like it's a role that 1 week he'll have a huge week, and the next week he'll do nothing.
Yeah. And then in terms of the quarterbacks, I do feel like if Watson doesn't bounce back, I feel like at least one of Watson and Russell Wilson will. I'm liking Wilson with Sean Payton.
Yeah, I definitely think they'll be better. I don't think they'll be as good as Sean's thinking they'll be, but I think they'll be a lot better than last year. So yeah, Russ is a solid QB too.
Yeah, definitely. I have the Broncos kind of in the middle somewhere. You'll see the details soon, but
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, Adam going 8 and 9.
yeah, that's what I have. So
Yeah.
same page there.
Yep. All right, y'all. Well, good draft. Just knocked it out. There we go. Knocked out. So now it's time to get these grades in. And Joe was saying kept it down to 3 rookies. Yeah, it's redraft. It's August. Definitely redraft season. No more dynasty talk until I mean we still do our dynasty leagues, but not just trade talk at this point. Dynasty drafts aren't gonna go down until February, March.
Yeah, I want to say I took only one rookie this time. I usually end up with 2 or 3, but only one today.
Yeah, let's see. Well, they updated the headshots now. It used to be you could tell the rookies were at the blank headshots. I don't think I got any rookies today.
Well,
Wow.
like headshot still, but for some reason Spears has a picture. So that was
Yeah,
my
they've updated a lot of the headshots. Like a lot of them now, like Bijan's got one and JSN. So
yeah, but then Kendre Miller and Jonathan Mingo still nothing.
yeah, there's a few. Yeah. Miller has none. Tank Dell doesn't have one. Mingo doesn't have one. A Chain doesn't have one. Kincaid doesn't have one.
Yeah.
So I guess they've probably updated about a little over half. I think Deuce Vaughn has one. Mr. Irrelevant for this draft.
Yeah, I'm tempted. I've heard a lot of good things about Demario Douglas out of Patriots camp, but
Yeah.
that would be a pick for a much deeper draft, I feel like, because the chances he ends up as the number 2 receiver probably kind of low with Devontae Parker there.
Yeah, he's someone I just did a big Q in my 32-man league. I don't know if he went yet, but I had him queued up in there. We're in like the middle rounds of that thing.
Could be good picks there.
Yeah, I just my last 2 picks, and they were Van Jefferson and Sam Laporta, which I thought were pretty good values for
I'm hearing good things about him too. People think he's gonna have a breakout year. I mean, I don't know if I buy the camp hype all the time, but when I hear things like breakout year, then that might be starting to separate itself from the rest.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, do you remember which way we went last time with the grades? Did we start from 12 to 1 or we do 1 to 12?
I have no memory now.
Gotcha. I guess we'll start from the top. We'll start with Mega Moon. You got Justin Jefferson, Josh Allen, Etienne, Judy, Watson, James Cook, Evan Ingram, Zach Charbonnet, Trey Burks, Kendre Miller, Jalen Warren, DJ Chark, Greg Dulcich, and Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, his backfield, he starts off with Etienne, not the most sure thing RB1, but it's decent depth. James Cook, Charbonnet, Kendra, it's not amazing, but it'll do. Jefferson, Judy, Watson, pretty solid 3 wide set. Depth behind him, a little lacking though because of Burks. I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah.
Chark, not a fan of.
But I don't mind Shark as a number 5. You have a better number 4, maybe. This is a better team.
Yeah, Ingram, Dulcich, that's solid. Then Allen. Really Allen's the only thing that's like really good about this team. I feel like.
I mean, I personally would have gone Fryermuth over Ingram, but if you can get the duo of Ingram and Dulcich, I mean, that's at least decent.
Yeah, for sure. I'll give this one a C plus. I would have said B minus, just the
That's
backfield.
low. I'm giving it a B.
Okay, so you like it more. All right, it is a solid team.
I'm kind of big on ETN. That's I know you're a little bit hesitant about him as an RB1, but I don't necessarily take the talk about him being limited as necessarily completely destroying his fantasy value. I still think he get some receptions, and I think taking him as an RB1, I mean, it's not ideal, but it's doable.
Yeah, honestly, the thing that scares me more than the ETN is James Cook is a 2. I know he's supposedly the lead back there, but I mean, you still got Damian Harris, like Latavius Murray.
Damian Harris, I mean, Stevenson completely drove him out of New England last year. I'm not worried about Harris right now.
Yeah, I hear you. The other thing though with James Cook, I mean, dating back to his college days, I mean, he's never been like a true lead back.
I feel you, but if let's say ETN and James Cook both end up with like 40, 50 receptions, then this is a very good team.
Yeah, then I'd bump it up to at least a B minus at that point, maybe more, because I don't think Cook gets that many, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong. Cook's just not someone I'm targeting. Yeah. Chad Hance up next. We got Christian McCaffrey, Chris Olave, DK Metcalf, Drake London, Miles Sanders, Dalvin Cook, Trevor Lawrence, Kadarius Toney, Rashad Penny, Dalton Schultz, Rashad Bateman, Jonathan Mingo, Kareem Hunt. That's interesting. Kareem Hunt goes late, and then Hunter Renfrow.
I mean, the one thing I noticed first with this team is, I mean, yeah, the running backs are decent, but I don't see one single back on a rookie deal here, and that's something that I'm hesitant to do because, like, I just think there's too high of a risk, and also 2 free agents. Like, carry risk just through free agency and potential injuries with their age. Like, I like to have at least 1 or 2 like early career guys in there at running back for sure.
I think it's redraft though, so to me it's like, I mean, Sanders and Cook, one of those will work out as a 2. McCaffrey, of course, an elite 1. And I really like this 3 wide set: Olave, Metcalf, and London.
I tend to draft my backs a little bit like Dynasty personally, because I feel like running backs within a year sometimes can age.
Yeah, it can just fall off. Yep. Yep. You never know. Never know when they might just, that's it. Yeah, Penny, not a big fan of Penny, but I like the build of this overall. Like, Schultz, I think, could be solid. Trevor Lawrence, really like the value there. I'll give this a B.
I'm more on the B minus side of things because the running backs concern me, and then I do like Dalton Schultz, but I feel like if you're going to take him, I feel a little bit better with a tight end 2 at some point, like maybe Schultz and Dulcich together. I like that combo, but
yeah, I could see that.
Underperforms, then what do you do?
Yeah, you're searching the waiver wire, which is not a pretty sight. Solchi up next. Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. That's wild. That's the same 3 wide set he had last week, I'm pretty sure.
Also the 3 that were picked top 10 back in 2021. It's like this 2021 receiver draft just on one team.
That's so insane. And he got Aaron Jones, Joe Burrow, David Montgomery, Tyler Lockett, Brian Robinson, Gabe Davis, David Njoku, Alan Lazard, Raheem Mostert, Zamir White, and the rookie Chase Brown. I like that pick late.
Those backs scare me, though, as a whole.
Yeah, it is an aging backfield. They got, Robinson's young. Zamir White could maybe do something if Jacobs
I don't know. Jones
flops.
as a 1 and 2. That's more my concern with this one, not the depth as much.
Mm-hmm. Njoku, a decent tight end. Burrow should be good, even though he's got the calf.
I like the Burrow Chase stack. I'll give him that.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
QB
nice.
and definitely give this team a boost.
Yeah, I'll give it. Trying to think. Yeah, the backfield. Yeah, you're right. The backfield. I'll still give it a B minus though. It's solid. It's a solid team.
B minus is fair. Maybe a C plus for me because just my thing with the aging backfield is sometimes hard to get over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not as the backfield I think will work itself out. The Chase Brown pick might save him because speaking of aging backs, Mixon's is freaking getting old.
But I'm hearing Chris Evans is beating out Chase Brown in camp right now. So.
Oh wow, I think I got Chris Evans stashed in Dynasty somewhere.
That'll be good. That'll be good if things stay that way. I do think Chase Brown eventually takes over.
Yeah.
It could be in the case that Mixon goes down, I kind of see a committee happening.
Yeah. And I'll bump it up to a B. Those receivers are ridiculous. Like that's at least a B with those receivers. Because I feel like we're going to give a little too much of the backfield. So yeah, with those receivers, that's at least a B.
I'll follow you up a grade and say B minus.
For sure. Yeah, because that receiving core, that is nasty. All right, let's see what Andrew cooked up. We've got Kelsey, Ramondre, T. Higgins, DJ Moore, J.K. Dobbins, James Conner, George Pickens, Deshaun Watson, Cortland Sutton, Devin Singletary, Jacoby Myers, Tajay Spears, Paris Campbell, and Broncos country. That's right. Yeah, looks pretty good work, man. I'm not super big on like I said, we talked about earlier. I'm not a fan of Dobbins. I know you had your reasons why you liked him, and DJ Moore makes me a little nervous as a 2. Pickens and Sutton, pretty good depth. And I like Tajay Spears, I like that pick. Not a big fan of Singletary. I'm a Pierce truther, so I'm not feeling Singletary. But I like that you got Russ as the backup.
Yeah, I thought it was a little early to take Tajay Spears in the 10th round. I felt awkward not taking a 4th running back, so I kind of just forced Singletary and said I'll get Spears later.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll give it a B minus because I'm not. I mean, you got Kelsey, obviously a huge advantage, and the receiving core is decent. It's just that RB2 spot, I feel like you're gonna be having some trouble there with the Dobbins is gonna probably be banged up, and then Connor on that terrible offense.
Yeah, I mean, I see your concerns, but still got to give myself a little credit here. I'll say like B plus ish.
Yeah, it's a solid team. It's definitely a playoff contender, and that's really all you can ask for when you're drafting with 11 other people that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So Joseph up next. He really went risky there to start with the aging backs. Eckler, well, JT not really aging back, just injured.
Yeah, JT, I don't count in that category.
Yeah, still on his rookie deal. And Jacobs there, and Debo, Chris Godwin, Justin Fields.
4 running backs after those 3.
He didn't take any after. Wow. Fields, Pitts, Zayfire, Elijah Moore, Rondale Moore. That's all the receivers are going. Joseph freaking getting them all. Jalen Hyatt, Chigo Conku, Aaron Rodgers, and Tank Dell. I don't like this build, man. It's just you're very risky with those 3, and you got no depth whatsoever. I like the Fields value. Not a huge fan of Pitts, though. And then the receiving core has some potential, but it's just, I mean, no backfield depth, though. You sacrifice your backfield depth for all these speculative receivers. So
I'll say the 2 things that stuck out like sore thumbs to me with this team are 2 guys that I've completely avoided entirely. Deebo Samuel, last year, he was hurt a lot. Maybe he'll rebound, but 4th round is a little bit high for his ADP. If he was going at a value, maybe I'd start drafting him, but Deebo in the 4th round is a no from me. And then Kyle Pitts, I've seen enough from him, so I really don't think him as a tight end 1 with Okonkwo now with Hopkins. I don't really trust him to fill the gap that Pitts might end up with.
Yeah, A-Chain definitely would have made this team better, I feel like, over Elijah. At least with A-Chain, you'd had like a decent RB4.
Yeah. If he had A-Shane, I'd be pretty high on this team, to be quite honest. Like that
Yeah.
would I'm a big A-Shane guy to the point where him as an RB4 would just change my view entirely.
Right. So yeah, the one that Godwin's one, I'm not touching Godwin because the Bucks offense I think is going to be an absolute train wreck. So
Yeah.
I'd rather Mike Evans later than Godwin. Godwin I think he's going to just have a bad year. And then
Yeah.
JT,
I mean, Evans,
it's like,
but I got him in the 7th in the last mock. So when he falls like that, that's when it starts to get tempting.
So I'll give this one C minus. Like he's got talent, but it's kind of a mess unless he can swing some trades.
I mean, I don't think I can go any lower than that, but I don't think I can go any higher either. I think you're right on with that.
For sure. Yeah. Sorry, Joseph. I view, you just like, if you bank on trades right after the draft, a lot of times you're going to end up left hanging because most people aren't looking to trade immediately after the draft.
Yeah. I mean, fantasy fanatics maybe, but.
Yeah. Hustler leagues. Yeah. I get those. I get trade offers constantly.
12 man a league. Maybe there'd be some.
Yeah. I see what is a new mocker with this double E. We'll call him. Let's see what double E cooked up is. Tyreek, Garrett Wilson, Jameer Gibbs, Amari Cooper, Ayuk, Swift, Javonte, Quentin Johnson, Jerick McKinnon, Tyler Algier, Tua, Cole Kmet, Sam Laporta, and John Mechie.
Yeah, I already have a feeling I'm going to be higher on this one than you are, but let's see what you think.
Okay, yeah, he got the Tua stack with Tyreek. I kind of like that. He wish he'd have had a second QB though, because with Tua, he's just very injury prone. Kmet and Laporta, solid tight end duo. The backfield, Gibbs is the one makes me nervous. Swift makes me nervous. Javonte, I don't like this backfield at all. Receiving core is very nice though. Tariq, Garrett Wilson, Cooper, and Ayuk. So he kind of sacrificed the backs for the receivers. It's just kind of shaky though. At running back, quarterback, and tight end, doesn't really have any like safe stuff outside of receivers. So I'll give this one. It's got potential though. I'll give it a C plus.
I'm actually like, if you're gonna take 4 receivers in 5 rounds, I don't think you could have done a better job with this backfield. I know you're nervous about a lot of these guys, but Jameer Gibbs gonna get a ton of receptions out of the gate. DeAndre Swift, the Eagles are a team that's gonna know how to use him. So I have a little more confidence in him than you do. And Javonte is way ahead of schedule. So I actually love that trio for the value that he got them at. So I'd have to give this like a B because I still don't like the quarterbacks, don't like the tight ends, but the running backs and receivers, to me, he couldn't have done much better with them.
Yeah, the freaking receivers for sure. I know that Gibbs is one of your guys, so I'm just not quite as high on Gibbs. I'm more of a Monty truther.
Yeah, this is like on my guy's backfield, quite honestly. But I've gotten a little lower on Swift. I think Dobbins has kind of taken his place in my targets.
For sure. Let's see what Harbottle cooked up here. Oh, he went robust RB. Damn. Saquon, King Henry, Mixon, and Pierce. And Pittman. Oh, damn, that's an eyesore.
Watching the fantasy football counselor.
Yeah, am I watching too much counselor with that? That's a lot. And Darren Waller, Hollywood Brown, Mike Thomas, Juju, Anthony Richardson, Adam Thielen, Dalton Kincaid, Darnell Mooney, and Jared Goff.
Yeah, I mean, for robust RB, the receiving depth is not terrible. So I'll give him credit for that. I do like 2 and Pittman as a 2 and 3, but I would have wanted a better 1 in there in that case.
Yeah, no, this doesn't do it for me. I hate to be mean, this is a D. I feel like I just don't like this at all. I'm not a fan of robust RB unless it's like guys. Saquon's gonna get his, but it's like Henry's aging, Mixon's aging. Pierce is good though.
Completely off Henry this season. I'm gonna be a little bit less harsh. I'll say maybe D plus C minus range. Just Because I mean, I don't mind Barkley. I do like Pierce. Pierce is one of my targets, and the receivers for a robust RB team, not bad on the receivers. Just I don't trust Richardson and Kincaid just yet as QB1 and tight end one. Oh wait, they
Hmm.
had Waller, so that's the other place where I get.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. At
like
least.
Waller.
Yeah. At least. I say you better hope for a miracle from Michael Thomas. I feel like that's his only hope.
Yeah, Thomas in the 8th round. That's way too early. I mean, he could have had Zay Flowers with that pick. If he had Zay Flowers,
Yeah.
this would be a different story.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Mike Thomas. I'm just saying, I'm hearing Nola. I can't get behind Mike Thomas in fantasy. It's just burned us too many times, man.
I have him like probably in the 50s in my receiver rankings. Like,
Yeah, I'm fading for sure. See what Big Lou cooked up. He's got Cooper Cup. He went 0 RB. Cup, Mahomes, Andrews, McLaurin, Kirk, Akers, Deontay, AJ Dillon, Khalil Herbert, Tank Bigsby, Rashee Rice, Jerome Ford, Isaiah Hodgins, and Geno.
I mean, I like Khalil Herbert as a value in the 0 RB strategy, but I feel like drafting next to Harbaugh, who took all the running backs, he's just saying, you know what, I'll do the opposite and
Yeah.
everything else. But
Yeah. Yeah. You got Mahomes, he's elite, and Andrews gonna get his. It's Cup, McLaurin, Kirk. It's all right. Deontay, the backfield.
not bad.
Yeah,
He did a
it's
better
okay.
job with the 0 RB than Harbaugh did with the robust RB. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I'll give it a C. I think it's all right, but not I think he got it for the auto thing. He probably wouldn't have taken Mahomes
Yeah,
there, but he got autoed.
I'm tempted to say C plus, just because I like the value on Herbert, and I think the receivers did turn out pretty well. I like Cup and McLaurin as a duo, and then either Kirk or Deontay should hit as a number 3.
For sure. Let's see what Jessel cooked up. He's been in the comments about a great Jessel here. CD Lamb, Devontae Adams, Jalen Hurts, Brees Hall, TJ Hawkinson, Rashad White, Brandon Cooks, Jahan Dotson, Devon A-Chain, Damian Harris, Nico Collins, Jaden Reed, Marvin Mims, and Kenny Gainwell.
Some sneaky picks with the running backs for how much he waited.
Yeah.
I'm liking the backfield, just the youth of it. And this is what I talk about. Like, this is the opposite.
Yeah, A-Chain and Rashad White. Yeah.
And Brees Hall, even though he's coming off the ACL. It's still,
Yeah, I think Hall is a one off the ACL. Ooh, I don't know about that.
yeah. I mean, I'm not too worried about Brees Hall, but because I mean they haven't, like, if they signed someone, then I'd say maybe they're concerned. But right now it looks like they're kind of holding out, hoping Brees
Yeah.
be ready for week 1, and
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
a little bit more comfort with Brees Hall being able to start the season.
Yeah, no, I actually like this team because I mean he's got a nice receiving core, and then they got I kind of like Nico Collins' depth, and those couple of rookies could have value. Backfield depth's not bad. Then got a strong tight end, Hawkinson, strong QB, and Hurts. This is I'll give this a B plus, even though I'm not big on Brees Hall.
I'd say it borders on A minus. This might be the best
It's a
team.
very good team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I do like how my own team turned out, but if I had to pick one aside from my own team, this one so far from what we've seen is up there.
Yeah, he's a 4th round of smashing, drafting Brees all the time there. Yeah, I can understand it. I wanted Lamar. I thought about Brees, but I just Lamar at that point.
I mean, is Hall risky? Sure, but like in the 4th round, he was going
Yeah,
like
risk is baked in.
3rd at the start of this season. Now he's going in the 4th round in this draft. That's a steal, I'd say.
For sure. Let's see what B Man's got. He took Bijan, sniped me right off the rip with Bijan. Then when AJ Brown, Najee sniped me again, then DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Evans, Madison, JSN sniped me again. Jordan Addison, Pat Fryermuth, Elijah Mitchell, Roshan Johnson, Dak, Rashid Shaheed, Kirk Cousins.
That's a good team. That's a good like. Now I'm
Yeah.
starting to doubt what I said about the last one. This one is built pretty well too.
Yeah, I was drafting next to like all the freaking people that were like crushing the drafts, like,
Yeah.
yeah, this one doesn't have many issues. Even though he waited on QB, I mean, Dak and Kirk Cousins, that's a nice duo.
I mean, I don't know about the RB4, and I don't really trust Dak and Cousins, but to 3 running backs, 5 receivers in the first 8 rounds, and then come up with Pat Fryermuth at 9.10 as your tight end. That's insane.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, the receiving corps got a couple of rookies, couple of vets. Backfield is solid. Like, yeah, this one, I just like, yeah, Nuke Hopkins. I'm not that big on in Tennessee, but the way it started, like, I'm almost tempted to give this one an A minus. I'll still go B plus though because like the quarterbacks, like it might be Dak and Cousins. You're gonna have trouble knowing which one to start.
Yeah.
Like that, like it's just you're gonna be scratching your head every week. So because of that B plus, but overall very solid team.
Yeah, this borders on A minus, B plus. I'd say first 9 rounds he crushed it. If he
Yeah.
did things a little bit differently from the 10th round on, maybe I'd grade this team higher. I'd say maybe if you get Tank Bigsby as the number 4 running back and then snag Geno as your quarterback, then I'd be talking up this team a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hard to get an A, man. It's just hard to do because everyone in here is sharp. Because I mean, I had a few examples of mine. Is I got Diggs to start. I was happy with that. Then Amon Ra, Ken Walker, Lamar, Mike Williams, Alvin Kamara, Dallas Goddard. But then I kind of slipped up here in the 7th. I should have taken Gibson because that's who I had queued up. But I slipped up and I was like, oh, well, Goddard's a value here. I'll take him. But then John the Bolt here already had a tight end. So I was stupid in that regard because I could have had Gibson and Goddard. But instead I got Jamal, which I mean, I'm okay with Jamal Williams, especially since I have Kamara.
I'm not
But
a fan of all, personally.
yeah, because I mean, with Kendre Miller, the rookie, it's like I would think Jamal. That's the thing. Jamal's basically like a 3-week rental kind of thing. So it kind of my backfield depth definitely took a hit there. I feel like, and then Samaji, I think was pretty good where I got him, but would have felt better with Gibby probably. But then Sky Moore, I like the value. Donta Foreman, someone that people are sleeping on. With everyone's assuming it's Khalil Herbert, but that backfield's still wide open. Then Van Jefferson, Daniel Jones, and Khalil Shakir. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say this is a B. If you had gotten Gibson, I'd say B plus.
Yeah.
Goddard, like I've been kind of leaning towards Fryermuth in that range instead of Goddard because I just think I feel like Goddard is kind of locked in as the 3rd target with Brown and Smith ahead of him, whereas Fryermuth he has the upside to maybe be the top target, and I feel like he's going to consistently get his volume. Last year, I had him on a championship-winning team, and he wasn't like necessarily putting up 15 points in a game, but he was consistently in that 10 to 13 range, week after week after week, and I value that consistency.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, Goddard, yeah, he'll get the job done. Lamar, I feel like this team's kind of contingent on Lamar. I'm high on Lamar, so I'd probably give it a B plus. But I can see where someone would be a little skeptical because Lamar, the past few years, has been kind of sketchy, and in the backfield is a little sketchy, I admit. So the receivers, though, I feel like I did well with the receivers: Diggs, Amon Ra, Mike Williams, and then Sky Moore. Although the depth, I mean, Khalil Shakir, Van Jefferson, both kind of, neither one or anything sure. They're both very speculative. So yeah, I could see B because it's they probably made a few mistakes, but I feel like I love my start. Like I was really happy with that. But then the freaking that 7th round thing, man, where I messed up with Goddard. Like I was like, damn.
Yeah, and then I think you kind of had a less extreme version of the 0 RB strategy that Big Lou did.
Yeah, true. So yeah, maybe even I can see where someone might say B minus because now I'm really being objective with it. It's not my best work. I mean, it's not a bad team, but I've definitely done better than this.
Yeah, I've seen some teams of yours that looked like really balanced, really stacked, and this one, I mean, I give it some credit because I love the receivers and I'm a big fan of Lamar too. And then, I mean, Danny Dimes is there for the upside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a competitive team. I'm definitely not that mad at it but there's just a few things that just little things that I may have tweaked here and there. But anyway, let's get John graded here. You got Nick Chubb, Tony Pollard, Keenan Allen, Calvin Ridley, Justin Herbert, George Kittle, Isaiah Pacheco, Gibby. Man, still salty about that. OBJ, Jameson Williams, Tyler Boyd, Romeo Dobbs, Cordero Patterson, and KJ Osborne.
I'm seeing the stack with Herbert and Keenan Allen. That stands out to me. And it happened pretty naturally, too. It wasn't forced at all.
Right, yeah, good Chargers stack. He's a Chargers fan, but got him at reasonable values.
No wonder that's the name. I mean,
yeah, yeah, it is. It is WR3 week. Is week back in trade Gibby or Pacheco. Yeah, that's true. Probably could. Yeah, I could get you. We could work out something with Mike Williams and Gibby. Right, he could have all the Chargers.
Yeah. That, I mean, I wouldn't love Herbert, Allen, and Mike Williams on one team, but nonetheless, it would work itself out.
Yeah, and then I mean it's pretty solid. I'm not a huge fan of Kittle though because it's like in that offense you got C-Mac, Ayuk, and Debo. So I feel like Kittle's one that might kind of fall through the cracks.
He's the most talented receiving option there. So that's the one thing I do give Kittle an edge over Debo and Ayuk.
Yeah, I guess as far as just being a peer receiver, as far as like talented playmakers, like the other two might be a little more explosive, but Kittle still has that tackle breaking ability that's so insane. Yeah. So overall, I'm not a huge fan of Pollard, but he's got Pacheco and Gibson, and then the receivers pretty good. I think it's a solid B.
I'm a little bit higher on this one. I'll say B plus.
Okay, yeah, because there's because there's a few things, and then Jameson suspended, and then Odell risky, and then Boyd Dobbs. One of those might be pretty good, but it's just it's a few things I may have done different, but not bad. Ridley is a 2. I like that.
I'm personally, I know we got the stack.
What up, Crispy?
Herbert was at his ADP, but I just personally don't like Herbert when you can get Fields or Lawrence or Watson later than him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that may have been the Chargers bias kicking in a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but it was still Herbert's ADP. I think everyone's a little high on Herbert this year.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really remember that he was a low QB1 in fantasy last year. But then again, he was missing Allen and Williams for such a long time that kind of hurt him.
Yeah, and the new OC this year should help Kellen Moore. I think he's an upgrade over Joe Lombardi.
I just think that team, though, is getting a little bit overhyped because the defense I don't trust at all.
Yeah, a lot of question marks on the defense.
Last year.
What's that?
This could be Staley's last year as head coach.
Yeah, he's on the hot seat for sure because it's just, all the blunders, late season blunders, especially 2 years in a row.
I wanted him gone last year, and he stuck around, but they did get the new offensive coordinator, so that could help matters.
Yeah, and the defense wasn't awful last year.
Just a lot of holes. There, you have your top talent guys like Joey Bosa, Derwin James, but
Khalil Mack's still there. Brought in Kendrick, so they've got pieces. J.C. Jackson's a big key for them. If he can stay healthy, that'll be a difference maker. But if he's hurt again, then they're going to struggle against the pass.
If defense was a starting 5, they'd be set. But defense is a starting 11, and I think the other 6 spots are shaky. So.
Yeah, their depth is a little concerning. I think though with Herbert, they're going to have firepower. They'll be able to compete, but. Yeah, probably they'll probably sneak into the playoffs and then have another early exit.
I don't have them in the playoffs just because of the competitiveness of the AFC, but could be wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got them 9 and 8, so I got them in the same range as the Steelers. I have 9 and 8. Actually, I'm down on the Bills this year because of Leslie Frazier retiring. I think their defense is going to take a big step back.
Yeah, it was hard for me to put the Bills as high as I had them with a tough schedule, but I feel like it'll more catch up to them in the playoffs than the regular season.
Yeah, I kind of think the Bills. I kind of think the opposite as far as I got them going 9 and 8, but I think they'll still make the playoffs and be a dangerous wild card.
Yeah, I think this AFC is kind of shifting towards the Chiefs. The Jaguars are kind of on the rise.
Yeah, the Ravens.
The Ravens are. I have the Ravens You might have seen my post, but I have the Ravens 14-3, #1 seed in the AFC.
Ooh, man, you're higher on them than me. I got them 11-6 and tied for first with the Bengals.
I don't know. Todd Monken, he won a championship at Georgia. I think he's going to transform that offense.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too. Yeah, I think they'll have some growing pains early on, though, because it's a brand new system. But I think by the second half of the year, they're my pick to go to the Super Bowl as of now. Not official yet, but as of now, I think they're my pick in the AFC.
College head coaches, I'm not huge on, but when you have a college coordinator, that's a little bit different because, I mean, you still have John Harbaugh to kind of like prepare them for NFL defenses, but then you have the play calling of Todd Monken in there that could make it a little bit spicy.
Yeah, it's better to just have him as the coordinator. And okay, yeah, I was seeing your predictions here. Yeah, 14-3.
Yeah,
and then the Bengals 12-5. Oh, you're higher on the Browns than me. Yeah, we both got the Steelers 9-8. I got the Browns 8-9. I'm not that high on the Browns
because like Mike Tomlin's gonna have a winning season, but then again, it's the AFC North. It's like the toughest division in football. So.
Oh, I see. Yeah, the AFC. You're really down on Miami.
Yeah, the AFC competition is too tough for certain teams. I have the Chargers a little lower than most people. The Dolphins lower. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Mike McDaniel's legit. I'm buying him as being one of the good offensive minds. Like, I think he learned a lot under Shanahan where, like, that offense is still going to be humming.
Yeah, and I'll probably drop my AFC South predictions today or tomorrow, but all I'll say is I think Jacksonville runs away with that division. Like,
oh, yeah, easily.
By a landslide. Probably 6-0 in the division and just no competition at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's the safest divisional pick, I'd say, out of any of them.
Aside from maybe KC. Because
yeah, true. Yeah, I don't see Denver, the Chargers, knocking them off.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, 49ers, too, feel pretty good about them.
I don't know about that one. Just wait on that one.
For sure. Yeah, I know my colleague at Bet.Nola, Jim Derry, he's high on the Rams. He sees a Rams resurgence coming. I'm not really buying that, but Seahawks look interesting.
I got my eyes on Seattle.
Yeah, they're interesting, man. They're interesting. I mean, Geno has weapons. Defense should be better. They drafted well, had a very good draft. So if those rookies pan out, then
in my mind, won the offseason.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I definitely see them making the playoffs, but guess we'll talk more, man. We'll put a bow on this one. Appreciate everyone that tuned in. We'll have more NFL talk for y'all, and these mocks every week. We got these going on. We'll be back again next Wednesday around the same time. So for Spencer the Guru, Andrew from Boston Sports Mania, it's been real, y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Hello, what's up, Guru Nation?